Welcome back, you guys, and today I am going to show you how I just do my simple salsa, and then later I will be making some tacos and just a very simple rice, and it was a hit. It was easy to do, and there was little effort, which in my book is the best way to do it. So come along and join me. So I'm just gonna roughly chop everything and chuck it into my Ninja. I find that this is the simplest way to do it, and it takes it to the perfect consistency. It's not over mashed, which is not the word I want. It's not pureed too much, so you're not making soup, but you will have a nice chunky salsa. So I like to do red onion, lime, salt, pepper, cilantro, which was what was in the tube, garlic, and obviously tomatoes and a jalapeno. I like to keep it very simple, and it is always a hit. Which, come to think of it, I have some. I might need some right now. So I'm going to pop this in a bowl, put it in the fridge so it can marry all together, and we will have it with dinner. So I'll see you guys for that. So in an effort to continue to use what I have on hand, I had these steaks in the freezer, so I am just going to give them a chop. I kind of want them to be small pieces because obviously you don't want a huge piece on your taco, and so that is what I am working towards right now. Now that I have the chop on the beef, I am going to use the mix I have, and it's just a carne asada mix, and I am going to put it a good amount onto the meat, stir it up, get it all mixed, and let it marry together. And I will leave this on the countertop for about an hour. I want it to be warm enough because these are really cold. I don't tend to cook my meat when it's really cold, and it'll give it time to kind of soak up all of those flavors. Okay, so in this pan I just have a little bit of canola oil, and I am going to make the rice. I am going to do a tomato chicken base for the rice, which it's not my intricate rice because usually I put a lot of ingredients, but this time I'm just kind of keeping it simple, and this is what I'm gonna do. Of course, with the rice I have, it is a 2-to-1 ratio, so I will be doing 2 cups with 4 cups of water. I don't know why all of a sudden I wanted to say 1 cup. Anyway, and so I will cook this on high. I will toast up the rice itself before I add anything else, and towards the end of toasting the rice, I will add the chicken tomato bouillon and kind of let that kind of toast up with it just for a few minutes. You don't want to do it too long because you will end up burning it and it will taste bad. going to, as you can see, put the water in, put the lid on, and I am going to leave it on a high temperature so it can boil. And I thought I had burnt this rice because I had ended up doing something else, and actually it was perfect. I pulled it off, set it on the counter, and as you will see, I'm going to switch it out for another pot, and we're going to get to cooking the meat. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little more canola oil in this. From what I had left, about a tablespoon. You don't want a lot. You do want the pan really nice and warm. You want to get a sear onto that meat. And for me, I touch the meat too much, so it's not getting that beautiful brown color on it as I would like. But it still turns out I fuss too much. So I'm starting to get everything together. I'm going to pull out the salsa, and as you can see right here, the queso fresco, I'm going to give this meat a good stir, and then I'm going to go to breaking up this cheese. It would have been better if I had just put on a glove and did it, but hindsight is 20/20. This one was much harder than most queso frescos that I've gotten. This is also a different company, and so I think that's where it came in. I did as much as I could, and then I heard that my husband had walked in, so he walked right into it, and I made him crumble the rest of the cheese. So as you can see, the rice is off to the side. I have a little bit of oil. I have my griddle all the way up. I am going to dip these in the little bit of oil I have on this pan so they don't dry out too much. I find that the oil works a little better than water, but I have used water in the past. So like I said, I'm going to oil them up. You don't want to cook them too long. You're not wanting to get a crisp. You want to be able to, fold up a taco. I'm going to get some foil ready, and as these come off, I am going to put them in there and just foil it up, wrap it up like a package. I am flipping these. Yes, I shouldn't be doing them with my hand. I will switch to tongs because it is at 450 degrees and it is very warm. this meat is done. I'm just trying to get some more of the liquid. That is the one thing I should have done it on the griddle, but I didn't. Hindsight is 2020. That is the one thing about the meat. It does put off liquid, so it's not perfect, but I tried, and I like to cook for my family, my friends, and I love that this is something that for this last year I have completely required. We sit down at the table as a family and we eat together and find out about each other's days and just come together as a family. It's less stressful. There's no BS, as I want to put it, I guess. Except for the begging cats, because they're always there. Thank you for joining us. This is just a little clip of us eating dinner, and I want to thank you for joining us for this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you.